It's like I sort of don't know if I can ever go anywhere again. I'll never have that luck again.
Yeah.
And got some rooster fish.
We caught 9 sailfish.
Wow. Oh, you really
We
hit
caught
that.
a 90-pound tuna, yellowfin tuna.
Wow.
And we caught 3 Dorados, Mahi Mahi.
Yeah.
All in one day.
Who brought the tuna in?
My cousin,
How big was the tuna?
90
God,
pounders.
those things are
They go
fast.
right to the bottom too, you know.
Yeah.
It ain't like a sail, you know, they
Wow.
can,
Appeals meeting for January 13th, 2014. Can we do the roll call, please?
Mr. Hellberg,
Here.
Mr. Amos,
Here.
Mr. Hayes,
Here.
Mr. Boland,
here,
Mr. Schlachter,
Here.
Ms. Seek.
Here. Okay, we do have the minutes from our November meeting. I don't know if everyone needs a second to look at it, and then put them on the minute, and then we can have a motion to approve of them, in case anyone hasn't seen it.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the meetings of November 18th, 2013.
Second.
Mr. Amos,
Yes.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
Yes.
Mr. Boland,
yes.
Mr. Schlachter.
Yes.
Okay, I believe now we've got the election of officers, and we'll have the meeting dates. Are there any motions?
Well, just maybe in discussion, if everyone doesn't know that I am planning on moving out of the area this year. Now, when, depends on when the house sells. We're building a house in Indiana that should be completed somewhere in the May timeframe. From my perspective, I'd be happy if it's sold May, June, July. So, you know, if the board were to consider a conflict of interest or I'm doing right, I'd serve as the pleasure of the board. But if you'd like me to be vice chair like I did last year, I know how to run meetings, I don't got a problem with that. But I'm certainly not going to be here for the full year. At least if I am, I'm going to be very nervous.
You're not in a good mood to do it, okay. Okay, I guess that's fair disclosure. So you're comfortable either way then, is what you're
I'm
saying?
happy to do whatever the board would like me to do.
Okay. All right, so it doesn't matter what order we do this?
I don't think so.
Okay, I assume it doesn't matter. So I guess, do we have a motion for chair?
I make a motion, Dan Boland.
As chairman?
Chair.
Okay, do we have a second for that?
I'll second.
Okay.
Do you want to be considered again? I don't know if you,
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I guess I'm sort of neutral on that too. I don't mind being considered. I also don't mind passing on the baton if somebody wants, if you want to do that also. So I'm either way. That's why we do this. So,
in that case, I'd make a motion that John Halbert be considered for chairman.
You have two motions on the floor at the same time?
Yeah, I was just wondering that, I don't know how,
no,
do we have to vote on the first motion first and then vote on the second, or?
That'd be in a
This is
parliamentarian.
new territory to me.
okay.
Typically, election of officers, you think you could have more than one name on the table at the same time, but I don't know.
Right,
I think it's got to go first, and then, I don't know.
I think you would make the first motion, take care of that one first.
Yeah, and I guess I guess that would make sense. If,
Right.
Right, because the vote will kind of take care of itself. So if there's a majority that vote, then you're done. You don't need to have another motion.
Yeah.
Right, so that would make sense. So we would go with what we have on the table. So there's a motion for Dan.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
No.
Mr. Schlachter,
No.
Mr. Amos,
No,
Really, guys?
okay,
You can leave it on me?
But she's the tie vote.
Yeah, do I take it?
no,
No, it's 3-2.
it's 3-2.
Oh, is it 3-2?
yeah, can we get five
Oh, is it
votes?
3-2? Okay.
So,
So I'd make
I
a
guess we go
motion,
to the
Because you're the alternate.
second motion,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Amos had motioned for Mr. Hellberg.
Yep.
And did we have a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Amos,
yes.
Mr. Schlachter,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
Yes.
Mr. Boland,
No.
Mr. Hayes.
No.
Okay.
Now can I get a motion for vice chairman?
I'd like to nominate Al Hayes.
I'd second that.
Okay, Mr. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Amos,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
Yes.
Mr. Schlachter,
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Had to think about that, huh?
You didn't want to be the vice chair?
That's what I was gonna move.
That's kind of what I thought was,
Now, who's going to bring up a motion about a pay raise? Oh, sorry, take that off the record.
It's wrong meeting.
okay. I guess that's that. Now we need to talk about establishing 2014 meeting dates. Typically, we meet the first Monday of each month at 6. Does anybody have any suggestions or thoughts about changing that day or date? Or does that work for
That'd be
everybody?
fine.
That works for me.
Anybody got a conflict?
Typically, July and November, we get in issues.
Right, November because of the election and sometimes because of Veterans Day.
Is there reasons we can't have them during the day?
Work will let me leave.
No.
Is it
wondering.
just for convenience?
Maybe
People,
difficult for the applicants.
Yeah, that.
So, in Toledo, we always had ours during the day.
Yeah, which, I mean, you could. I mean, I guess plan commission, other things. If somebody wants to do it, you could.
The trustees have one of their meetings at 4 and then the other one at 6.
What time of the day are you thinking?
It doesn't matter, you know.
Well, I mean, if we did it, would,
6 o'clock, you know, I mean, I just get home at 5 and I'm back out at 6. It's kind of then it shoots the day, it shoots the evening.
so do you, I mean, do you like, I mean, is 4 o'clock a possibility then? Would that-
Or, fine with
Four
me,
would be
I'm
better for me.
very versatile on that.
I mean, most of the people are coming are like people that are representing others. or
Right.
Yeah, that's
working.
right.
They're getting
Someone-
paid for
right.
it. And the others, I could make arrangements. I would agree. 4 or 5 is fine with me. We're usually not more than an hour.
No, I don't, yeah, I think that 4 would be great. I do too.
All right, do
I
we
have
have
no
a,
problems with any of it.
is this, we need to do this through motion? Probably
Yes.
do, okay. Is there a motion,
I make a motion that we have a 4 PM meeting on Monday,
the first,
first Monday of the month.
is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mr. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
Yes.
Mr. Amos,
Yes,
Mr. Schlachter.
Yes.
All right, any old business before us? I don't see any old. Unless there is any. Any new business? And if not, can I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Mr. Boland,
Yes.
Mr. Schlachter,
Yes.
Mr. Hellberg,
Yes.
Mr. Amos,
yes,
Mr. Hayes.
voting to adjourn.
Yes. I thought we had something on there.